boys and girls, Jimmy Fooseball here with another HFL recap. Feeling happy and healthy this time around. Let's talk about what happened in the HFL in week 10. Let's go over our first matchup. It's between Austin 316 and Hairline Avengers. Austin 316 getting an easy dub this week, 147.52 points to Gabe's 80.74 points. Justin Herbert throwing 4 touchdowns, 29 points. Austin Eckler 19 points. Monty Mole, welcome back, 18 points. Amon Ra 27.5 points. And Jalen Warren with 19 points. And in this matchup, Gabe puts up 80.74 points. That is our duck of the week. We'll go through his lineup. Kenny Pickett, 6.6 points. CMC, 17 points. James Conner, 7 points. Metcalf, 13. Deontay Johnson, 2. Kyle Pitts, 4.5. Portland Sutton, 13. Taysom Hill, 3.3. Seattle defense, 5. And Caleb McLaughlin with 8 points. Austin 316 currently sitting with a 6-4 record. Hairline Avengers with a 5-5 record. In our second matchup of week 10, we have one of the hottest teams currently in the HFL, Squidward Tortellini, versus the injured reserves, one of the not so hot teams. Tortellini currently on a 3-win streak. He wins 109-81. For Cleary side, he starts Trevor Sunshine Lawrence, 2 points from him, not a good performance. He starts Laporta and McBride. McBride pays off with 18 points. He's his highest scorer. Everybody else, not so good. But the other side, Tortellini, not his best week either, but he does do enough thanks to the help of CeeDee Lamb. 11 receptions, 151 yards, 2 types of touchdowns. What a performance from him. Javonte Williams with 19 points. The Chargers defense gave him -8. That did hurt for sure. We also got Jared Goff with 22 points. John Parente, Squidward Tortellini, is ranked 2nd in the league with a 6-4 record. On the other side, the injured reserves continue to struggle. He is 3-7. Our next matchup in week 10, we have Fratty Jones versus Deontay Foreskin, aka Kamish. Kamish getting the dub this time around, 137 to JD's 113 points. For JD, we have Lamar Jackson, 13 points. Pretty underwhelming. Alexander Madison, I believe he gets injured, only 3.8 points over there. Jamar Chase, 21 points. Deontay Foreman, 16.2 points. On the other side, for the commish, Dak Prescott, insane game, 39 points. Kamara, 15 points. TJ Hockey Puck Hawkinson, 25.9 points from him. Commish getting the W against JD here pretty easily. He is now sitting at 5-5. That is the commish. Fratty Jones, he is 5-5. In our fourth matchup, we have a good fight between Diggs in a box and Mr. Miami. This time, Mr. Miami gets the W, 117.36 to Lombardi's 109.74. For Lombardi, we have CJ Stroud continuing to do what he does. That's a nice 20-point game from him. Joe Mixon, 11.5 points. Ayuk, 13 points. Jahmyr Gibbs keeping it going, 24.7 points. And the Cleveland defense with 15 points. For Mr. Miami, he starts Geno Smith, 25 points. Ken Walker III, 19 points. Tyler Lockett, 19 points. Gerald Everett, a donut. Chris Olave, 18.4 points. On Monday night, Lombardi still had Stephon Diggs and Tyler Bass to help make up some points. See if he could get the dub with some magic again, but Lombardi comes up short. Diggs only putting up 4.9 points. I know Trayvon was wilding out on Josh Allen on the timeline. And then you got Tyler Bass, only 2 points. They go for it on 4th down a lot. Very unlucky. Lombardi now sits at 6-4. Mr. Miami sitting at 5-5. In our fifth matchup, it could have been a trap game, but luckily for him, it was not. Frank gets the W against the manager, who's currently playing spoiler as he is eliminated from the playoff contentions. Frank, without some of his star power players, still putting up the best score of the week with 165.06 points. David puts up 114. For David, he starts Sam Howell. He has a good game, 25 points. Jerome Ford, 12. Michael Pittman Jr., 12. Tank Dell, 15. Najee Harris, 17. On the other side, for Frank, he is our performer of the week, so we'll go through the lineup. He starts Will Levis. He doesn't even have a good game. 5.96 points. doesn't matter. Brian Robinson Jr., 25 points. Gus Edwards, 9.3. Keenan Allen, 36. He continues to do his thing. Godwin, 7.4. Kittle, 20.1. Addison, 8.9. Noah Brown, the new pickup for him, 21.7 points. Minnesota defense, 9. And Jason Myers, a big 21-point game in the kicker position. Right now, it looks like Finnk could do no wrong. He's having a great season, sitting at 7-3. On the opposite side of the spectrum, we got the manager sitting at 1-9. In our sixth and final matchup, it is between two people fighting for a spot in the playoffs. I mean, most people are, but this one just felt special. We got Jeff versus Finnk. Finnk gets the W with the 134.38-point performance against Zach's 111.28 performance. Josh Allen for Zach struggles on primetime Monday night, 14 points. Bijan Robinson, 17 points. Jonathan Taylor, 14 points. Antonio Gibson, what a start there, 14 points. Didn't see that. Baltimore defense continuing to do their thing, 14 points as well. But for Finnk, Joe Burrow putting up 20. Finnk picks up Devin Singletary, 150 yards and a touchdown, 23.6 points. Mike Evans, 24 points. Amari Cooper, 12.8 points. Christian Kirk, 12.4 points. Nice all-around performance for Finnk here. Finnk is now sitting at 6-4. Jeff sitting at 5-5. Now remember, he predicted winning 6 of his last 7. He has won 2 of the 3 of those games. We'll see what happens next week with Team Jeff. We'll be following it. And if you take a look right here, you can see the HFL current standings for the playoff race. We have Finnk still sitting on top of the league, 7-3. He sits at the number 1 spot. Tortellini, Austin, Diggs in a Box, and Revenge of the Finnk all sitting at 6-4 records. 1 game behind Finnk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams sitting at 5-5. And once again, I feel like I say every week, the last 2, the injured reserves sitting at 3-7, and the manager at 1-9 to round out our standings. I really mean it. Thank everybody for watching these recaps. I get a lot of people coming up to me and telling me they watch every week recap, they look forward to it, and they don't even know who the people in the league are besides maybe 1 or 2 of them. So I appreciate you guys watching. I'm glad you guys enjoy them. We're going to keep it coming. Look forward to next week. The playoff race is very tight. We're going to see who's going to make it, who's going to fall into consolation. You know we love it. I hope you guys love it. Once again, Jimmy Fooseball here. I will catch you next week. Peace.